Hey, Katrina here from Scrappy Horses. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So happy you're here. Today I'm playing in Canva. The piece that you're looking at right now on your screen is a piece I did in Canva for the Outlaws Anything Goes in a Card-Free Zone. And we'd love to see you over there. So I will leave a link for that below in the box. So please come on over and share. We would love to see any sort of crafting you are doing, except cards, no cards. All right, well, let's move on into Canva and I'll show you some new things I have discovered since the last time I did a video in Canva, which has been quite a while. So there are some new features and I just want to share a few that I have discovered, and let's just go over there and play. You'll be going to canva.com and this is the page that will show. You're going to come in and choose your size. So I'm going to left click custom size. I want to work in inches, so I have changed this. It usually comes up in pixels. I have changed to inches. I'm going to work with 5 by 7 and then I come over and say create new design. And here it is, a nice 5 by 7. A lot of times I will work with my own uploads. So that's what I'm going to show you today. I want to start by uploading. So I'm going to go to uploads and I'm going to show you how to upload. And then I'll just pull the rest from what I've already uploaded. So this is actually, I'm going to show you, it's a picture that I took. It's just a picture of the chalkboard in my barn. Okay, it's an old scruffy chalkboard and I just took a picture of it and uploaded it. All you do is drag it in like so, click it, and it shows up here on your canvas. All right, so I want this to cover the whole thing because this is my background. So now it does. I'll make it a little bit smaller. Pull it over. It doesn't matter because it really is just the background. It's not a big deal. Next, I'm going to bring in this denim. Again, let me show you. It's just a picture of denim. Okay. I can bring that in the same way I did before. Just pick it up and bring it over. And tap it, and there it is. So I want that to fit within this rectangle, so I'm going to pull it down this way and pull it across this way and pull it up right like that. Now for me, this is a little bit too bright blue. So I'm going to come over here to edit. Left click. I'm going to go down to filters. Come across to where it says see all, left click. I know because I've worked with denim so much in layouts, I know a lot of the different colors already. I know I want mist here because it has a slight pink tone to it. Don't want quite that much. I think maybe about 85. Let's go about 85 on that, 84. Now I want to bring in a photo. So again, here's the photo. It's a photo that I took. I would just drag it across. It's already here, so I'm just gonna click it, and there it is. Now, I want it to be about this size, and I want more of that tree in there. There we go, maybe about like this. And I also think that I would like to back that photo. So I'm going to pull this over because I think I'd like it down in the bottom here, about right here next to the slate. So I can't just put this stroke style around it because I don't want it to come over onto this part right here, the chalkboard part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back over to Elements, left click. I want to pick up a square. So I'm going to come into Shapes, just choose the square, and there it is. I'm going to line it up right there, pull it on down right to about there, and pull it across to about right there. Now I'm going to move that. So what I want to do is come up to Position, left click my mouse. I'm going to come over, I'm going to do it with layers because it's easier to see. So I'm going to left click Layers. I'm going to move it right underneath the photo. Now here's something fun. When you go to the color here, I don't want this to be gray blue. I don't like that. That's not working for me. So I'm going to go ahead and click it. Now I'm going to come over to this eyedropper, left click it, bring it to the photo, and I'm going to pick a color in here that I would like to use for that border. So I want to go with, let's go with one of these sort of brown pink colors here. Let's go with that one. Now I want to take this, I'm going to make it a little smaller by pushing up on these tabs. And then we can click over here and see if we like that. I think that works for me right now. I can always change it here in a minute. Now for the star of the show. We're going to come and get a picture of a horse. So we're going to go to Uploads. I've already uploaded this, but I want to show you how bad this picture is. This is a really bad picture of my horse. And this is actually a picture of my horse, Harry. He passed away a long time ago, but he's probably one of the best looking horses we've ever had. So I'm constantly pulling pictures of him. You can see here that I had the foot of the rider here, and I don't want that in there. So I intentionally blurred it out, and it's a really sad job of blurring. But I wanted to show you that because I wanted you to see that it will not affect what we're going to do. All right, so I bring this in. I want you to know that it is that horrible blurred picture. There it is, you can see it. We're going to go to Edit, left click Etching, and wait for the magic to happen. Now, some photos will be better than others in this. I just want to tell you. It's AI, so, some things will be really good and some things won't be so good. So anyway, try it and see what you think. All right, I click it, and now I want to flip it. So I'm going to left click flip and flip on the horizontal. And I'm going to bring him over here to the very edge and let that rain go right over that edge. So I've decided I want to move this up a little bit so that that can hang right over like this. Make him a little bigger, like so. And I can lighten him up a little bit by selecting him, Edit, Filters, See All. Whenever I want to lighten something, I come down to Mono and just hit Classic. And then if I don't want it quite that light, I can always back off. So there it is with 0. There it is at 100. I think around maybe 60, 55, somewhere in there. I'll go right there at 56. Let's go ahead now and let's add a little bit of text. So I'm going to come over and left click text. I'm going to go to a subheading. That's usually a nice size. And I'll just type in something. A day with a horse is never wasted. And let's bring it down and see how that's going to fit. All right, so not very well. So what are we going to do? Well, all right, first let's come to the photo. and let's ungroup it. Now let's take this photo and let's play with it a little bit. Let's see if we can scooch it over a little bit by basically doing this. Got to choose the photo first. There we go. Do this, pull it over, and now pull this way. Now that's going to give us a little more dark down there. Now I'm going to come down this way, come down this way. Nah, I can't add any more green really. All right, so our next plan of attack here will be to change our text a little bit. So we can move this down, delete here. And now I think we can make this work. Now you're thinking, well, okay, this still isn't really working. Not yet, but it will. So let's change the color. I'm going to swipe over all of the text and let's change the color by coming up to this A right here and click the white. And for some reason, it just didn't get that D. There we go. Didn't get my period either. There we go. Now we've got it all. Now I want to change the font. Again, I have to go over everything. I'm going to move this and see if it will behave better up here. Let's try that. I like apricots. I'm going to change it to apricots. And I also want to change the line spacing. So I'm going to come up to Text, Advanced Settings, change my line spacing a little bit here. And of course, now we can't see it. So now we need to move it back down. There we go. I'll move it right here and then you'll be able to see. I will show you again this text. So if I go to Advanced Settings, I can change that line spacing here by moving this slider back and forth. Now I'm going to just choose the box. I'm going to use my down arrow on my keyboard, move it down, and there we go. And it's done. Now I can always add or subtract. I can tweak this a little bit if I decide that that pink is too much. There, I can move it just a little bit here. Get rid of a little bit of it. I can do all kinds of things. Nothing is set in stone. When you do want to set it in stone, and it's still not set in stone, you can lock your page right here. Oh, all right, let's have some fun. Let's take it and let's say we want to share this. And so I want to download. And we'll download as a PNG. And it shows up right here. I bring it right over. Let's take this over to PhotoScape and finish it off. All right, here we are in PhotoScape, and you can see here I was blurring the picture of Harry, so let's just X out of there. And let's bring in our latest. I would like to frame it. So I'm going to come over here to frame. And there's some different things you can do here. Let's see what we want. Some things are going to change it drastically, and I don't want to change it drastically. So let's see. I like this one because you can see it makes the four corners stand off. So let's select that. Come to background, and I can choose another color. I could offset that pink. I could bring in the yellow if I wanted, or do it in an off-white. There are a lot of different things I could choose here. I could always go in blues like this, like just a light blue there. I don't know that I like that very much. Gray is always a safe choice. Now if I want to go with this gray, but I don't want to go that dark, I can always pull up my color wheel and I can bump this up like so, which will give it just a slight difference between here and here then. So there are lots of ways you can play with this. Maybe that looks nice. Maybe I like that. All right, so let's play. And there it is. So now I can save this just by clicking Save. I give it a name. A Day with a Horse is Never Wasted. But now I'm going to add F after it for framed. I want it on my desktop. Hit Save. And there it is. So now here it is, framed. And here it is, unframed. Any comments or questions? Please, please, please let me know. I'm more than happy to help. I'm not extremely strong in Canva, but I'm learning and I want to share some things as I go along. And I thought this etching was fun. I thought the picking up the color with the eyedrop was fun, and the ways to use text is fun. So, you know, I do know a few things and I wanted to share some of the new things that I've picked up. Again, any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'm more than happy to get back with you. If you picked up anything from this, you know, I'm always happy if you click that like button, or if you want to subscribe, I would love it if you do that. Again, come join us over at the Outlaws Anything But a Card Challenge. Love to see you there. All right, have a great week. I'll catch up with you in the next video. Bye.